Good morning, students. Today we are going to see lesson number 5, standard 8, social and religious reforms. Okay. First, we are going to see background and introduction. Along with the spread of English education, there was spread of new thoughts, new ideas, new philosophy. Indians were also introduced to Western thoughts and culture. Due to it, there were changes in social, religious, economy, and cultural aspect of Indian society. The modern educated Indians become aware that backwardness of India was due to superstition, casteism, old customs, class system, and lack of critical outlook. It was necessary to eradicate the flaws and undesirable tendency for progress of the country and to create a new society based on principle of humanity, equality and fraternity. The educated thinkers started social awareness through writings to solve the various problems in the society. The intellectual awakening in a contemporary society is called the Indian Renaissance. What is called the Indian Renaissance? The intellectual awakening in contemporary society is called the Indian Renaissance. Okay, now we are going to see era of religious and social reform. In that first, it is a Brahmo Samaj. In 1828, Raja Ram Mohan Roy established the Brahmo Samaj in Bengal. He had studied many languages and religious thoughts. It in his ideology of Advaita philosophy was developed. Monasticism, caste and class equality, protest against rituals, and following the way of prayers were the principle of Brahmo Samaj. He opposed sati practice, child marriage, puna, parda system, and promoted widow remarriage and female education. He founded Hindu College in Calcutta. He created public awareness through the newspaper of Samvad Kaumudi. Okay. Now next we are going to see the Prarthana Samaj. Dadoba Pandurang Tarkhadkar established the Paramahansa Sabha in Mumbai in 1848. Later, Paramahansa Sabha was dissolved and some of its members founded the Prarthana Samaj. Dadoba's brother, Dr. Atmaram Pandurang, was the first president of Prarthana Samaj. The prestige of institution increased due to the enrollment of youth graduates from Mumbai University. Justice Rande, Dr. R.G. Bhandarkar carried forward the work of Prarthana Samaj. The opposition to idol worship, monasticism, opposition to rituals were the principle of Prarthana Samaj. They traced on devotion and prayers for reforming the society. Prarthana Samaj started orphanage, women's education institutes, night schools for workers and society for Dalits. Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde, a member of Prarthana Samaj, established depressed class missions. Through the mission, an attempt was made to solve the social problems. Next, it is a Satyasojak Samaj. Mahatma Jyotirao Phule started the Satyasojak Samaj in 1873. Satyasojak Samaj worked on the principle of formation of society on the basis of equality. They protested against the untouchability. They advocated education among the depressed classes and women. Mahatma Phule reformed the society through the medium of books like ब्राह्मणाचे कसाब, गुलामगिरी, शेतकऱ्याचा आसूड and सार्वजनिक सत्य dharma. He severely criticized the tradition and customs that made discrimination between man and woman, or rather human beings himself. Next we are going to see the Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj was founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati in 1875. He wrote the book Satyartha Prakash as a contemporary on Vedas. Ancient Vedic religions is true religion which has no place for casteism. He asserted that should be gender equality. Go back to Vedas was the slogan of Arya Samaj. The branches of Arya Samaj were opened all over India. Many education institutions were established through the medium of Arya Samaj. Next it is a Ramakrishna Mission. Ramakrishna Mission was established by Swami Vivekananda, a close disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahansa in 1897. Ramakrishna Mission worked for service to the society. The mission worked for providing help to the famine-stricken people, patient medical help to the poor, female education, and spiritual growth. Swami Vivekananda was an excellent orator. He attended the Parliament of Religion at Chicago in 1893 as representative of Hinduism. Arise, awake, and stop till the goal is achieved was a message given by him to the Indian youth. Social reform among the Sikhs. The Sikh Sabha was established at the Amritsar to achieve reform in Sikh religions. This institute worked for spread of education among the Sikh community and bring the modernization among them. Later, Akali movement continued their tradition of reformation. Next it is the emancipation of women. During the emancipation of expansion of British rule in India, the position of women was very miserable. They had no right to education. They were not treated equally. Child marriage, dowry system, sati kesh weapon, opposition to widow remarriage, such customs prevailed in the society. The then Governor Lord Bentinck took help of social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Rai to pass the Sati Prohibition Act. Gopal Hari Deshmukh, popularly known as Lokhitvadi, advocated gender equality through his writing in Shatapatre. In 1848, Mahatma Phule started the first school for girls at Bhidewada in Pune. His wife Savitribai Phule supported him. Savitribai Phule had to face great criticism for the society, but they continued to work in education. Mahatma Phule established a Bal Hatya Pratibandhak Gruha in his own house. He conducted a strike of barbers against the custom of shaving the heads of the widows. For gaining permission to widow remarriage, Pandit Ishwarchandra Vidyasagar, Vishnu Shastri Pandit, and Vireshalingam took the special efforts. In his newspaper Sudharak, Gopal Ganesh Agarkar gave his staunch opinion about the child marriage law of consent. Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde organized a confirm against the practice, Devdasi, in her book Stri Purush Tulna. Tarabai Shinde very fiercely put up her views about women's rights. Maharshi Dhondo Keshav Karve started the Anath Balika Ashram, an orphanage for girls. His intention was to give education to all women and make them stand to their own feet. Through his efforts, the first women's university was set up in 20th century. Pandita Ramabai founded the Sharda Sadan and took up the responsibility of taking care of disabled children and women. Ramabai Rande, through the medium of Seva Sadan Institute, started the nursing course for the women. She demanded the right to vote for women. Through the articles of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar spoke about the injustice toward the woman. Mahatma Gandhi also advocated education of women. Women have given the valuable contribution during the freedom movement. Women's reform movement helped in closing down many unjust practices in the society. The voice for problems against the woman broke out. Women started putting up their own thoughts through their writings. Their performance in every sector of life flourished due to education. Religious reforms among the Muslims. Abdul Latif started the social reform among the Muslims community. He established the Mohammedan Literary Society in Bengal. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan founded the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College. It later developed into the Aligarh Muslim University. He advocated Western science and technology. He firmly believed that Muslims could make the progress only by studying modern education and science. Moment in Hindu society. In 1915, Hindu Mahasabha was established to give the respectable position to the Hindu community. Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya laid the foundation of Banaras Hindu University. Dr. Keshav Baliram Hedgewar in 1925 established the Rashtriya Satyasevak Sangha at Nagpur. Its aim was set a disciplinary and disciplinary and virtuous organization of Hindu youth. V.D. Savarkar built the Patita Pavan temple at Ratnagiri, open to all castes of Hindu religion. Common dining programs were also arranged. In the history of modern India, the moment of Renaissance is very important. On the principle of liberty, equality, and nationalism, the Indian social reforms set up the nationwide political movement. The study of this movement will be dealt in the next chapter.